420 only comes around once a year. Get into the spirit.
You'll be taking a risk.
I'd rather take a risk than keep working for a killer.
Damn it, we need a nanny. Girl, this ain't the Fresh Prince of Chicago.
What do you do when a lion prowls your village? If we don't cast that devil out of our city, he will devour us all.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now tonight, we're going to be talking about The Chi Season 6, Episode 4. This is my quick thoughts, early impressions, so down below, I want you guys to give me your quick thoughts on this episode, and man, it was feeling like everybody's past is finally catching up to them. I mean, you can see it in this episode. I mean, slowly but surely, you're starting to feel like, okay, this is about to come out. Somebody's about to be exposed. And speaking of exposed, we know it's just a matter of time before what Duda did to Q will get out. Rosalind told him, like, man, Q was working with the feds. He was an informant. Like, what? Like, Q, of all people, the OG, triple OG, was working with the boys. And now it makes it even more crazier because if Duda and Victor, you know, mess around and get caught up with this, it's pretty much over for them. Y'all know this, you know what I'm saying? And Rosalind pretty much said it in this episode. It's sad because we know Victor did not do anything to Q. We already know Duda set that up to make sure Victor was a part of it, just in case something went down. He would have some type of leverage on Victor, right? This is what he, wanted to do. And it seems like it's backfiring because he was working with the Fed. So what they gonna do now? Because we know Rob was asking questions. We knew he was going to question Victor, especially after he had the conversation with Nuck. And Nuck pretty much just lied on Victor, talking about he was mad at Q or whatever because he allegedly stole money from Tracy. And this is what I'm talking about, man. All these lies and stuff. I mean, eventually the truth will come out. The question is, as Victor said, he's tired of lying. What's going to happen when that truth does come out? But I do agree with Rose. Like, look, Victor, you ain't trying to tell this one. You don't want people knowing that you helped get rid of a body, especially seeing how you're on city council. I mean, everybody's looking up to you. But even besides that, if you let the people know what you've done, it's over for you and it's over for Duda as well. So what did y'all think about that, man? I was kind of, upset because we know Q was the triple OG, but I didn't see him being an informant. But man, it is what it is. It makes this storyline even more crazier. And we're going to see where this is going to end up. But y'all know Duda, he going to do whatever it takes to protect himself at all costs. And in this episode, y'all, I want y'all to let me know what y'all think. How do you feel about the pastor and Duda? Now, I've been telling y'all for weeks and weeks and weeks, I believe it's going to be some type of family tragedy with Papa, his family. Of course, this whole issue that he has with Duda, we know something major is going to happen. It's going to be a big funeral coming up, and a lot of people was believing it was Papa at first, but as I told you guys, based on what we've been seeing in these trailers, maybe it's someone else, maybe it's his pops. Some say it could be his mom's. Hell, I did see some people say even Kenya, but if it is his pops, that would hit a little bit harder. As I told you, when they start showing, characters that they don't normally show like that, you start to see more dialogue of that character, more people involved in that storyline. Usually that means that character may end up being taken out. And I hope I'm wrong, y'all. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to see the pastor, getting taken out by Duda. But y'all saw how this episode ended. He told Nuck, go ahead and take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Because we know the pastor was throwing shots at him. And I've been talking about this since the season started on how the pastor was at church and he was giving that speech talking about how a lion coming in and prowling over your village. You have to take him out because if you don't, he's going to devour everything, right? So I knew he was throwing shots at Duda and I knew Duda was sitting in there with the Nuck. And of course, everybody else was at church. But man, the pastor said, you know what? I ain't working with you. I don't care how much money you want to bring in here because we saw Nuck. He brought that money in there. He pulled out the strap. He was trying his best to get to the pastor, but the pastor is not going to bow down. He's already accepted the fact that he may just be taken out. He doesn't, give a damn about what Duda is trying to do. He going to stand on all 10 toes and say, you know what? This is who I am and I ain't bowing down to you. Unfortunately, somebody may be taken out, and it could just be him. So once again, who do y'all believe is going to be taken out this season? Because now all signs are really pointing at the pastor even more, even, more than what I was talking about in the past. So is it kind of too easy? Like, okay, it's too obvious that it could be the pastor, or is it someone else? I want y'all to let me know down below. Quick thoughts, early impressions on Rashad in this episode. We know he was going to be doing some business with Duda, and you can tell by the look on his face, he felt bad, but he's like, man, I got to get this money. And we know the money is good, but it's not worth it. You already seen what happened in the episode as far as Duda and those guns. But Corey thought it was a great idea by, bringing in Rashad. Well, I know Rashad made his own decision as a man, but they needed somebody to look, over these guns. Rashad saw those guns. He's like, hell nah. Like, chopping up cars is one thing, but holding all these guns, it ain't happening, because we don't know what bodies are on these guns at all. So I don't blame Rashad for, doing what he had to do, but still, doing business with Duda and then trying to walk off, I don't see that ending well. And we know Rashad, he had a hell of an episode with Tiara popping up. He's lusting over Tiara still. And that little dinner scene was funny as hell, man. Rashad, he crazy, man. He crazy. But we know that's going to eventually be exposed. That's what I'm waiting for. Y'all saw all the little shots that Deja was throwing at Tiara, because she already knows what time it is. She knows Rashad is attracted to her, but she don't know he clapped those cheeks. And I cannot wait for that to finally come out. Now, quick thoughts, early impressions on Emmett. We know Emmett was going to be going through a lot of stress. We saw the little group session that they had with all the fellas. It's a lot of tension built up amongst all these characters. And Emmett ends up finding out that Darnell took that gun. He was pissed off. But Darnell's like, look, it seems like you still need protection. Like, I know you grown, but you making some crazy moves, man. So I don't blame Darnell for doing what he had to do. We know Emmett was, frustrated in the group session. He did let some things out. I mean, he didn't grow up with his dad around like that. So, of course, for him to make these, major moves, it's kind of hard for him because he didn't see, the dad that he needed to see at the time he needed to see him. So it was some issues with the two, but, I'm just hoping that Darnell, can be good and Emmett can be good as well. But with Duda in the picture, it's going to be kind of difficult for him to really do that. And we know it was still issues with him and Keisha. So I don't see that playing out well as long as Duda is in the picture. We shall see how this is all going to develop. Quick thoughts, early impressions on Maisha and Gemma. We know the issues between them will grow. We saw that in this episode. But I will say this, by the end of the episode, Gemma's starting to realize, like, man, maybe Maisha needs to, switch it up a little bit and she can get more, streams or more attention on her songs. We know the video that she was watching of the artist. And I don't know who this artist was that, Gemma and Jake were watching, because we know the guy was wearing Jake's clothes. But the lyrics, did y'all hear those lyrics that dude was spitting? I mean, this dude was all over the place. I mean, it was real X-rated. It was funny as hell to me. But we're going to see if Maisha is going to, do the same thing, willing to switch it up. But it just seems like her and Gemma are not clicking. And, maybe they're just not, good as far as doing business together. And we know everybody is starting to see that Kevin and Maisha are acting funny. So y'all know that's going to come out as well. We know Papa and Kenya, we finally saw them together around all the friends in this episode. And things were kind of weird because we know, Kenya, she's a church girl. She's trying to, do good things. She doesn't smoke and stuff like that. And of course, Papa, he had to switch it up because we know he be getting blazed. Papa be turning up. But he said, you know what? I'm not going to do that this time around. You know what I'm saying? We got responsibilities, man. Your boy Papa, he be having me cracking up. Quick thoughts, early impressions on Tiffany, this whole weed business with Cairo. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, Tiffany trying to grow weed and sell it without a permit, that's going to cause issues, y'all. Y'all know this. They're building it up right now. And she told Cairo, like, look, Rob, he's going to agree on whatever she wants to do. So she feels like she's in control. She's running this and she don't give a damn about what Rob wants. She going to do it her way. Told y'all, man, Tiffany's on her Aunt Louie from Snowfall this season of The Chi. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. And my quick thoughts, early impressions on Dre. Y'all know we had to talk about Dre because we know Dre, she ran into her ex in this episode. And y'all already know that's about to cause some issues. Her ex talking about, can we go out and get some coffee? Come on. We already know what time it is. We know what time it is. It's just a matter of time before all of this comes out. Everybody's secrets are just continuing to build up, and I cannot wait to see how everything unfolds. Now, we'll be dropping the full recap in more detail for you guys later on in the day, so stay tuned for it. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.